Welcome to Sun Lake Academy. My name is Dr. Moore. I am the principal here at Sun Lake, and we are going to take you on a virtual tour so you can kind of see what our school is like and how we roll during the school day. Where we're standing right now is our first morning car line area. When you come in to the building, you'll come in around our parking space and then come in here, stop right here, and you'll let your students out and they'll go through that cafeteria door over there. So this is where morning car lines start. So let's come inside and we'll walk you around the building. So this is the front entrance. Anyone who is coming to our building is going to come through these doors and these doors only. One thing you'll notice as we're walking around the building is that all of our doors are locked at all times, and only teachers have these key fobs to be able to gain entry. If you're coming, you're going to hit that doorbell right there so that our front office staff can unlock the door and let you in. All right, so welcome to Sun Lake Academy. This is our main office. When you come, either to come bring your students or drop your students off, or if you just have any business to do at the school, this is where you will come through those doors we just showed you, and this is our front office staff. This is Erin.
Hi.
And we have Anya over there who is helping us out because Ms. Linnet, who is also typically in that seat, is on one of our field trips today as a chaperone as well. We also have a clinic right here behind. That's that door that's open, so students who are sick, if they get hurt, if they trip and fall on the playground, that's where they come, and we do some first aid for them in that area as well, and then give you a call if there's anything that needs your attention as well. So this is our front office, and we are going to move down our main hallway right here, which will be our kindergarten and first grade hall, and we're going to walk right down there in just a second. So this is our K and 1 hallway. So our kindergartners and our first graders are all on this hallway here together. This is our STEAM lab, and we'll give you a glimpse of that in a little bit. And our cafeteria is right through here. And right now we've got lunch going on, so you can see that. Our cafeteria, we do participate in the federal school lunch program. So if you get benefits for free and reduced lunch, you can also get those here as well. So that's where all of our students go for lunch. Our lunches really start at about 10 o'clock in the morning with our kindergarten, and they go to about 1:30 in the afternoon with our middle school. We have 6 different lunch periods. So we like to keep our classes together. So this side of the hall is our first grade, and this side of the hall is our kindergarten, and all of those classes are right here on this hall, right from the front. All right, at the end of that first and kinder hallway, at the end doorway, is where we come out here to our playground. There's a couple of different things that are going on out here right now. First, we have our playground area, which is pretty much for our elementary and primary students, for them for when they have recess. All of our elementary and primary students have recess for 20 minutes a day, and that's where they are. Out here, we have some of our middle school PE. Elementary PE will also use that area as well. And then you have the fields out behind there, which also get used by our elementary recess, elementary and middle school PE. And we also have things out there like family movie night, and we'll have things like our pep rallies for our middle school, Raven Fest in the fall, which is kind of our fall carnival. So you can see our students coming out to play here. The other thing I want to mention are these sunshades that we have and these fans that you see. That's all part of it's all part from our PTSO. They continuously do fundraisers for us. They've also done all of what's called edu-marking around here, like our 4-square courts, and you can see a lot of different games on our sidewalks and back in the playground area. That all comes out of PTSO fundraisers as they work to improve our school and add things for our students to enjoy. So we really love the shades and we really love the fans because it helps to keep everyone cool when we're outside. So right now we are directly above the kinder and first grade hall. Both of those hallways stack on top of each other. The hallway you're looking at here is our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. Down there is actually our 5th grade students right now getting ready to transition. It's a good time to talk about how it is that we set up our elementary classes from K to 5. All of your students would have 2 teachers. They have one teacher that teaches them reading and writing, and they have the other teacher that teaches them math and science. So they'll start the day either with their reading writing teacher or their math science teacher, and then when they're done, about halfway through the day, they will swap and go to the other classroom. This makes our teachers have the ability to specialize in what they're passionate about. So if I really like teaching math and science, I get to teach math and science, and only math and science, but I get to teach it twice a day. Also helps our teachers become a team so they can work together for the best education for your kids. So that's what this group is doing right now. They're lined up getting ready to transition and swap from their morning teacher to their afternoon teacher. Okay, we are now at the end of that hallway that we were just at. So we have K1 hallway here and the 3-5 hallway that goes right above it. And now we're at the end of it, and this, down this way, is our middle school hallway. We have one of our 3rd grade classes that is coming to their specials. Our music special is at the end of this hallway. You guys can go right on by. We also have middle school PE here, and we have middle school band at the end of this hallway as well, in terms of some of our electives. We have an elevator. It is for student use if they have a doctor's note, if they have a broken leg, or if they're on crutches. We do have an elevator to get them from upstairs to downstairs. And then this hallway that we're talking about down here is our middle school hallway, which is where all of our middle school classes are. Now, as far as elementary goes, we talked about math and we talked about science. We talked about reading and writing. We teach social studies as well, and it just depends where in the schedule that they are when social studies happens, that they will do that social studies class with that teacher that they're with, whether it's their morning teacher or their afternoon teacher. This is an outside area that we have. It is just outside the cafeteria, and as you can see, it has a lot of picnic tables. We use this for times when we are, it's okay, come on. We use this for when we are rewarding students. We have lunches out here that they can eat outside with their friends when they get certain growth scores in their classwork. And it's just a good, nice, quiet place outside to be able to have some lunch and enjoy the weather. All right, so to review, we had the K1 hallway, and then we were directly above the K1 hallway in the 3 to 5 hallway. Then coming off this way, we were upstairs with the middle school. Now we're downstairs in that hallway, which is our 2nd grade hall, and it's also where we have a lot of our specials. Now for each of our K5 students, there are 5 days in the week, so they rotate through 5 different special classes. They go to art, they go to PE, they go to Spanish, they go to STEAM, and they go to music, thank you. They go to music. Music was upstairs. That was the one class that we saw that was transitioning there. Our art room for our elementary students is here. Our Spanish room for our elementary students is directly across the hall. PE spends most of its time outside, so they don't have a classroom unless they need to use one. Like music was upstairs, and then we'll show you STEAM in a little bit. It's right next to the front office when we came in. There's a bunch of glass windows, and that's our STEAM lab right there. And we're going to give you an opportunity to see what goes on in some of our classes in action right after this. Okay, so our specials where we just were right there. We're in the same hallway. This is where our 2nd grade is. So 2nd grade is on the 1st floor with specials, and middle school is above, just like our K1 was on the 1st floor and 3 to 5 was above. So this is our 2nd grade hallway. One thing to note about K1 and 2, all of those classrooms have an adjoining bathroom in the middle for K1 and 2. So our kinder, our 1st, and our 2nd graders don't have to leave the classroom if they need to go to the bathroom, because each of their teams, the teacher that teaches the math and science and the reading writing, there's an adjoining bathroom between them. When they get to 3rd grade and up, that's when they'll use the general bathrooms in the hallway. The other thing that we have out here that we'll give you a quick glimpse of is brand new to us, so we've only been installed just in the last few weeks, so they're just getting started, but we have a garden box program that we're starting where each grade level has their own garden box, and that's again something that the PTSO has given us as an enrichment, so we'll go take a look. So as you can see, these are our brand new garden boxes, and each grade level has one assigned to them. Typically it's a science teacher that's in charge of that for the grade level. You can see that we've got some new plants getting ready to get planted in those. This is part of our commitment to STEM, or STEAM as we like to call it here, because we do include the arts in hands-on learning, so that kids, when they're talking about biology and plant life, can actually come out here and work with biology and plant life. Okay, so this is the last place on our tour. When we started our tour, we were at the front of the building. The front of the building is over there, and that's where we talked about morning car line. Kids will be dropped off in morning car line. In afternoon car line, you proceed around the building, and this is where we load students for afternoon car line on this side of the building. You'll also notice the PTSO has put in some fans here as well, because it does get warm. It is Florida. It gets warm when we're out on car line, but the good news is the way we run car line, your students are really only outside for about 5 to 7 minutes before you're here to pick them up. The only other thing I was going to point out to you is our SSO. We do have a uniformed resource officer that is with us 24/7. He spends a fair bit of his time outside. As you can see, he's doing some supervision of our students. He also pays attention to who's coming and going through our building, making sure doors are locked, making sure classroom doors are locked. So he spends a lot of his time on his feet getting his 10,000 steps every day, because he surely does. So that is Officer Mendoza, who's out there keeping an eye on our students right now. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a glimpse of what goes on inside of our classrooms. We're just going to take our video cameras into a variety of our classrooms to give you an idea for what instruction looks like here at Sun Lake Academy. Thanks for joining us.
8. 2. Stay in line, guys. 6. 4. 6. 4. 6. 4. 6. 4. 6. 4.
Yes, come here. I'm gonna give you candy.
5. 5. 5.
When you're done, give me. Nope, you got the whole back side to do.
Okay, it's 18. Good.
Probably the number if you didn't see it.
Well, your SW is exactly what it's supposed to be, right? Okay, so what letters make the ing sound? I-N-G. So you have your blend sw. What do you need to change? Yep. Yeah, you got it. Good job. But you're doing it. That's exactly right. And they don't say sin, it says sing, and that's why we
Then I'll follow.
I'll follow
Every single page.
All right. I want you to sound out in, friend.
Oh, I have to scan this? How do I scan that? You have to go to the camera to scan QR codes, guys. I'm surprised how many of them did. Wait, can I go into the viewer and do it? Camera app on
It's a speaker.
Pollutants and see what happens to that live organism once we introduce the pollutant. Okay, are you ready? Teaspoon to each cup. This, why are we adding sugar?
Because that's what makes the yeast grow. That's what the yeast eats.
The yeast is a living organism and it eats the sugar, right? So we're going to provide it with food in its environment.
Wipe it with it's sugar, Kenny. I have a good view too.
I'm going to move out of the way so that you can see. So all 3 cups have the same amount of hot water, the same amount of sugar, and bring it up with you.
It's turning lighter.
Grayson, take a drink.
Nice and loud, please.
Homophones are words with the same pronunciation but different meaning and spelling. Some examples include jail and bear, peace and peace, two and two and two. Be careful to get the correct word for them. Read paragraphs 10 and 11 and 12.
Oh, you're good. You can stop there, sweetie. Yes, so we are going to look at paragraphs 10 and 11 in Grace and Graham. I know.
The high, what is it, Rocco? 91. And low, 68. All right, so normally you guys would just switch that over to Celsius also. What about, you can see this, you're close enough. What about precipitation?
1%.
Okay, 1%. Now, let's look at, we're gonna make a forecast, right? So let's see what's happening. You at 90?
Yo voy a la clase de ciencias en 15 minutos. Es una clase interesante, pero es difícil. A las 12:30, mis amigos y yo vamos a la cafeteria. Dismissal.